What's up, this is Colin and Dallas from Grayscale, and we're going to give you some tour tips. I feel like if I had to give a top 3, I would say number 1 is sleep. Sleep is the most important thing for me, especially as a vocalist. Any night that I get a poor night of sleep, I can immediately tell the next night. So my sleeping ritual on tour, I take melatonin, I have an eye mask, I have earplugs, I have a noise machine in my bunk. So I'm like full on isolated, have to make sure I get my sleep or else the next night I can definitely feel it when I'm singing. My number 2 would be hydration. It's super important to stay hydrated, obviously in life, but particularly in touring, you don't really notice. I feel like especially in these winter tours, like you sweat a lot, it's cold out, you don't really think much of it, but you're losing a lot of water weight. So definitely try to drink as much water as I can right when I wake up, before I go to bed. I have to get up in the middle of the night and pee a bunch, but it is worth it because I feel better the next day. My third tip for touring, in like the nicer weather, exercising when you can is really helpful. I think it's good for you mentally in general, obviously, but in touring it can be super repetitive, being in parking lots and not really having anywhere to go to exercise. But I have like resistance bands that I clip onto the front of the bus that I use. I have the perfect push-ups and a jump rope, and that helps me a lot exercising in the warmer weather months of touring. In the winter, I feel like making up stupid games, like playing fun games with your friends, like bingo. What else do we play? Play other games.
No, maybe just video games.
Video games. Well, we do this thing called Peaks and Pits,
Which
is like we go around in a circle and we say the best and worst part about our day, and it's funny and we share like our experiences. And I feel like it sounds super lame, but in these like super cold months, you know, you're building camaraderie with your friends, you're having a good time, staying positive. Touring can be repetitive and hard on you mentally and physically, so I recommend those 3 things.
My 5 tips would be sleep is definitely important. My sleep process, also being the other singer in the band. At night I wear earplugs. I also have an eye mask. I used to take a lot of melatonin. I try to take a little bit less of it now, just because your body builds kind of a resistance to it after a certain point. So when it's super necessary, I take melatonin. Sometimes CBD oil helps because it's just the physical part of it. It's not the mental part of that. And then I also have a pair of noise-canceling headphones that I put over top of my earplugs, and I play a sleep playlist to go to sleep because it is a little bit bumpy. But
that's sick because he sleeps on his back. Like if I could sleep on my back, that would be awesome to wear headphones, but I'm a firm side sleeper.
Yes.
So I'm at a distinct disadvantage for that. So I'm envious of that aspect of Dallas' sleep.
You have to be a back sleeper in order to wear earplugs and headphones at the same time. Number 2, again, hydration, very important. Just drink water as long as you can throughout the day, because you know at some point you'll go a whole day without a bottle of water. There we go. Number 3, I would say, Colin was kind of talking about like the exercising thing. For me, a person that gets very overstimulated, I need 20 minutes of my day where I just don't talk to anybody or do anything around anybody else. So I'll find somewhere to either just go sit and be by myself, or I will, you know, do yoga to stretch and breathe and just be completely away from everything else. Even if there is like 8 people on the wagon, I'll still do my yoga back in the back row back there. I'll lay my yoga mat out and I'll do yoga. I would just say the biggest thing is, you know, touring can be hard, whether you're in you get to have this privilege of being in a bandwagon where somebody drives you, or if you're in a van, like at the end of it, like as long as you're experiencing all of this stuff with your friends, and like us, we've all been friends for more than 10 years at this point, so it's just like a bunch of grown men that get to see the country and like really enjoy what we're doing. I think you just need to look at it positively, no matter how cold you are the night you're sleeping in the van, or how shitty the load-in is that day. Like, you're just enjoying it with your friends. So I think that's, you know, trying to look at it in a positive light is always the best way to go about it. So